Hello, students. Hearty welcome to JNV Shankar Nagar, Nanded for today's online and offline class. Today, we are going to learn how to build our vocabulary. This is the topic of today's class, and myself, Rakesh Nadkarni, with a presentation of building a vocabulary among the student. Dear students, as we already started learning about the essential skills of English language, and being a student, you should all know the important responsibility of yourself to develop a strong vocabulary. And vocabulary falls into four categories. The first one, that is the listening, second one, that is the speaking, third one, that is the reading, and fourth one, that is writing. So here, during the listening process, the words we understand when we hear them, and at the second stage of speaking skill, the words which we use when talking, and during the third stage, that is the reading skill, and at that time, the words we understand when we read those words, and the final stage, that is during the writing skill, the words which we use when writing. That means to develop one's own vocabulary, we should have our own curiosity about the meaning and the use of unfamiliar words, and to promote the use of such strategies which will help us to know the meaning of a familiar words. So that's why today we are going to take up this particular topic, that is none other than a vocabulary. The person The size of person's working vocabulary is both measure of educational attainment and a key to academic and career success. Vocabulary development, for example, is crucial to success in reading, and researchers shows that the proportion of difficult words in text is a single most important predicator of the difficulty of the text, while the size of person's vocabulary is the best predicator of how well that person can understand the text. And that's why vocabulary is going to play a very crucial role while we are learning something. Unfortunately, the researchers also shows marked difference in vocabulary development in students from high and low income families, with a widening gap during the first 3 years in the lives of children, much of which can be attributed the level of a verbal interaction that children have with their parents. For example, researchers have found a difference of almost 300 spoken words per hour between parents who hold a professional position and parents on welfare. As a result, by the age of 3, children in a professional families actually had a larger vocabulary than the parents with a low income. And this is what the disparity. And it also shows that children who enter the school with a vocabulary deficit tend to continue to fall behind through the course of the schooling. So, if education is truly with a great leveler and provide a children assess the same opportunity, so we must somehow find the ways to enhance the vocabulary. And let, dear students, we try our level best to know that something about enriching one's own vocabulary today. Vocabulary, so as the word itself indicates that it is the core of language, and the vocabulary is also a bridge to learn the other language skills and components. Vocabulary mastery can affect the mastery of a language. Thus, mastering a vocabulary is required to master any language. So that's why vocabulary is very, very essential, because the vocabulary itself is a core of any language. And if we want to have a mastery in that, our vocabulary should be at the minimum level so that we can feel quite comfortable in the language in whatever we can able to speak or write or read. So vocabulary means usually in order to master a language we must learn the vocabulary, and the more vocabulary the students know, the better understanding they will have about the word in which we are all living. So that's why the vocabulary is a very essential, at the same time a very vital ingredient of a student life as well as learner. Most common hurdles for a students in learning vocabulary is memorizing the meaning. Hence, the students are reluctant to learn new vocabulary, and this is what the hindrance. And usually, most of the students they can't able to learn the vocabulary because they feel that they are supposed to memorize, and because of this becomes a hurdle, an obstacle to learn a new vocabulary among the student. But this hurdle can lead a restrict student's vocabulary mastery, and as a result, a student can only communicate with the target language in a limited vocabulary. And if a student have a limited vocabulary, definitely that will tell the quality of his language which he is speaking, or which he is reading, or which he is writing. So that's why the vocabulary we should enhance, because it is very powerful and it is very much needed, and each and every individual should use these words, more and more words, while speaking as well as while writing also, because if you are able to use more and more words while speaking, then only we can able to communicate others properly. So while discussing about the vocabulary, vocabulary is nothing but word. So let me talk about first of all what is a word. Let me come to know the meaning of a word, then it is very easy for us to enhance or to enrich that word power, and that word power is nothing but vocabulary. So, word is a unit of language. Dear students, you should keep it in mind that it is a unit of language and it is consisting one or more spoken sounds or their written representation, and that function as a principal carrier of meaning. And this is what the meaning of word. And while we are talking about the meaning of the word, we should also keep it in mind that word is nothing but it is the smallest unit of independent use. It is the smallest unit of independent use. And it is also contains one or more morphemes or a phonemes. That is nothing but a sounds which we utter while speaking the particular word, and a word contains the morphemes as well as phonemes. And it is also separated by spaces in writing. The words are separated by a spaces in a writing also. So these are the characteristics of words. So let me now come back towards defining the word called vocabulary. So, vocabulary, as it refers to a words or a multi-word unit, because why do we can call it as a multi-word unit? Because it contains the idioms as well as phrasal verbs also. And usually, each and every such words or multi-word units will have a common meaning. And this is what the definition of vocabulary. So, after defining the vocabulary, usually the next question which comes back in our mind, that is none other than why does a vocabulary matters? This is the questions which looming large in our mind itself. And while it is looming large in our mind, okay, we should also able to know the reason for it, and reason for this one. Vocabulary is a kind of words that a students must know to comprehend the text. In order to understand, in order to comprehend, in order to learn any piece of writing or a piece of text, we need or we should know or we must know the meaning of a words which we come across in it. Then only we can able to understand it. Otherwise, the purpose of reading itself is going to be defeated, because without understanding the reading is not at all going to help us. That's why, thus, if they do not have the enough vocabulary, that means the students, if they don't have enough vocabulary, definitely that will affect their understanding, and their understanding of the text will not maximize. It's in a minimal way, and because of that there is a hindrance in order to learn a thing. And that's why a minimal power of words is a great setback for the student to learn the things. So, in order to comprehend, in order to understand any text, we need to develop our vocabulary, and that is what plays a very important role. So, while we are talking about vocabulary, so usually why we should learn more words also? That question which is very pertinently comes into our mind. And learning a new words is nothing but in order to meet our needs, because it demands in order to understand that particular text which we are reading, and if we don't know the meaning of it, then definitely we can't able to get the real gist of that particular text. And learning more words, or acquiring or imbibing or enriching our own vocabulary, it will help us to communicate effectively with others. And if we want to become an able or effective communicator, we should have more and more word power. And usually it will help us to build our own thoughts in a better way. So we can think, and usually our thinking process will get enlarged with as many as the more number of words, if at all we know. Definitely, whatever the feelings and emotions which are there within ourselves, we can better, or we can able to express it in a far effective way, so that the person one who listens, they can easily understand whatever we want to say to them. So to understand the ideas also, in order to understand the ideas of others also, we need the more word power. And it also helps, if you know more words, it also helps to contribute to the human knowledge. And that's why, while talking about these things, to learning about the more words, I would like to recall the wisdomful words of Wilfred Funk, who once said, I quote a Wilfred Funk: the more words you know, the more clearly and powerful you will think. The more words you know, the more clearly and powerful you will think, and the more ideas you will invite into your mind. I unquote. So these are the very wisdomful dictum of a power of a words, which is expressed by the Wilfred Funk. And dear students, if you are able to know the significance of a words, then definitely words will carry you to the pinnacle of your own career of a life itself. And that's why try to build up more and more word power, because these word power are the real asset or a wealth of a student, and not only a student, each and every individual, whomsoever he want or see, if at all they want to learn any other language. For that matter, this power, word power, vocabulary plays a very, very crucial role to get a grip over on that language, and in order to be an effective speaker, learner, reader, or one may able to express in a far better way. And that's why we should know the importance of it. And in order to develop overall our own skill, our words are going to play very important role. And that's why we should all of us know that each and every word which we are going to know, they will have their own power. And usually, when these words will have a power, even we should know which words we are supposed to learn, and which words we are not supposed to give more importance also. So, dear students, you should know that while learning any piece of text, we will come across some words which are called as a new. Okay, and some known words also we come, some unknown words which are called as new words, and that new words, meaning of that new words is very much essential in order to infer or comprehend that particular piece of text. And even some important points or important words which are there in that text, that meaning of those important words are also very much essential for us to understand. And productive words are also there, and those productive words can recall and use in our own speech and writing, letter on words, and they are going to help us a lot. And usually we should not able to give more importance about the words which we know already, and the things which are not so important. For that also we need not to spend our precious time. And some words are receptive because it can only be comprehended while reading and listening, and they may not going to help us later onwards. Just for the sake of reading, just for the sake of listening, we have to receive them and we have to leave them. But whereas we have to give importance to the words which are very much productive, because those productive words are going to help us in the later stage of our life. So we should be concentrate to know the meaning of new words, important words and productive words. And if we are able to do, then only our word power will become enriched. An enriched fellow of a word power, he can able to face any kind of challenges of this competitive work. So, dear students, just look at this particular snap, and this is what the treasure of a English language. Here, lot of good dictionaries, English dictionaries are there, such as Oxford English Dictionary, Longman Dictionary, Merriam-Webster's Everyday Language, Collins School Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, Modern Slang. Okay, so even Encyclopedia, Thesaurus, all these books are there which are going to help us to understand the meaning of those words which we come across and which we will face difficulty to understand. And that's why, being a student, we should able to keep all those books, because these books themselves are going to be a guide, show the path of a learning in our life. Because whenever we will come across any difficulties, we have to consult the dictionary, because dictionary will give us the right meaning of words. So, naturally, in order to know the meaning of any new words, we will refer a dictionary. And even while referring a dictionary, we should also know that there is a particular way to use a dictionary, because when we open the book of dictionary, if you want to find any one particular word, we have to search that particular page with the alphabet from which that word begins, and there we will come across the definition of that word, that means the meaning, and even how do that particular word was got originated. We are also going to come to know the origins of each and every word also, and the good dictionary is having the origin of the word also, and usage, how do we can use it, and examples of those new words in a sentence is also given. And the words can have a more than one meaning also. So we have to pick up the word which is contextual meaning. That meaning we have to pick it out, and with that we can able to understand, and those dictionaries will help us to know the meaning, and even they will help us to the way in which it is supposed to be correctly pronounced, because even the pronunciation also, transcript is also given in the word in the dictionary, and those transcription will help us to read the word in a proper way with a stress where we are supposed to give stress. Okay, and where to we have to raise our voice, where to supposed to be the stress has to be fallen down. So these things we are going to learn through the dictionary. So this is how a word called Harlequin. One word, if you want to find out the meaning of that Harlequin, this is how the dictionary will give the complete picture of that particular word. First of all, there is a spelling of the word called the word Harlequin, that is Harlequin, and this is what the transcription of the word, and this is nothing but the pronunciation. And this Harlequin word contains the three syllables, okay, and that is also again categorized. The how we are supposed to pronounce it, that is also mentioned over here. And here it is mentioned the parts of speech of that particular word as a noun, and the source from where this word we got it, origin of that word is also mentioned over there, and the next meaning of the word, and sometimes even the dates of the earliest, okay, recorded use in English, that is also given good dictionary. And illustrations is also given with some kind of a pictures, and with the help of a dictionary. And if we are able to uh, make use the dictionary in this way, then it is going to help us a lot. So these are some common English words which each and every student has to know. Abundant, adorable, anxious, appreciate, attractive, awesome, beautiful, boring, cartoon, damage, delicate, delicious, diamond, different, Easter, energy, generously, gentle, handsome, harsh, healthy, huge, humorous, hungry, library, magazine, monkey, narrow, nasty, obey, ocean, offend, rainbow, shapely, talented, tasty, teach, ugly, umbrella, violin. So these are some essential common words which we can able to find in an English language. So while we are talking about these common English words, dear students, we should keep it in mind in order to develop one's own word power. The most effective way of learning is nothing but by increasing the amount of reading, because researchers have found that the students who read just 10 minutes a day outside of a school demonstrate significantly higher rates of vocabulary growth, and students who do almost no reading outside the school compared to them. Then students are likely to develop vocabulary more rapidly when the books they read are not only easy enough to read fluently but also contain unfamiliar words. Most importantly, students need to read a lot and have a frequent encounters with the words in a different context that lead them to true word knowledge, and the sheer volume of reading a matter, find a ways to increase the amount of reading that the students are doing, and they inevitably will build the vocabulary, and it's very simple to build one's own vocabulary, and that is how we can able to enhance. So, usually, while talking about a vocabulary, there are broadly speaking direct and indirect vocabularies are there. So, in direct vocabulary, learning and new words will take place. A student is going to learn a new words by finding a meaning of words in a meaningful context, using a dictionary and using a structural analysis to find the meaning of unfamiliar words very easily. And that's why we should use a dictionary, and each and every student should have a dictionary. And we should also know how to use the dictionary properly, because just now, as I told you, to look up the meanings of unknown or a new words, we need a dictionary. And at least it may not be, at least we should have our own pocket dictionaries, which are not at all expensive, and they can provide a wealth of information, because they provided the student to know how to use them. And dictionary skill such as using guide words, understanding parts of speech, and deciphering phonetic spelling should be very much practiced, so that it will help us to know the correct use of it. And even we will also come to know the multiple meanings of the words, and we can able to pick up the appropriate words which fits in that particular context. So, like this, we have to make our efforts to enhance. And these are other some descriptive words while making, while ask, while bring, while we are saying choosing, assemble, build, construct, create, devise, forge, and prepare are used about the describing word called make. And whenever if you want to ask, these are some other words which we can able to use: inquire, petition, query, question, solicit, urge, beseech, implore. And whenever you want to ask to bring, during that time also there are lot of other words are there which we may use: carry, deliver, fetch, gather, move, transport, usher. And whenever we want to talk about the choosing concept, so at that time also, the variety abundant other words are there, such as adopt, appoint, cast, elect, extract, name, pick, select. So like this are some of the descriptive words. And for find also we can have these: ascertain, acquire, detect, discover, encounter, locate, obtain, pinpoint. For the word give, administer, love, award, bequeath, dispense, donate, entrust, remit. For important, chief, critical, crucial, essential, fundamental, primary, significant, vital. These are the alternative words also we can use. For really, absolutely, actually, certainly, extremely, genuinely, honestly, surely, and truly. So, in order to, whenever we want to say see, during that time also we can use examine, behold, gape, glimpse, note, observe, spot, view. Whenever we want to talk about the thing, assume, feel, foresee, presume, realize, reckon, surmise, suspect. And when we want to say a lot or very, absolutely, extremely, exceedingly, genuinely, particularly, tremendously, uncommonly, veritably, and whenever we want to say about the fast, accelerated, active, agile, brisk, nimble, quick, speedy, swift. So these are some examples of the words, and this is what the list of common verbs which we are using in English. So be thorough with the common verbs. Okay, and once just glance over it, and you can also able to get lot of such common verbs. And if you are able to acquaint ourselves with those common verbs, will help us to uh, speak at the same time, to write and read at the same time, to present our own thought in a very effective manner. So this is one video, just you can See, and in this particular video,
feelings and
feelings and
emotions.
emotions are expressed and how it is supposed to be expressed. That is shown in this video. This is the video of a Learn English. So, without
Sad, happy,
how to use feelings
hurt,
and emotion to express in these conditions, that is what we
confident,
have to listen or hear.
energized, depressed, desperate, dejected, heavy, crushed, disgusted, upset, sorrowful, weepy, frustrated, amused, delighted, glad, pleased, charmed, grateful, optimistic, content, joyful, enthusiastic, loving, jealous, betrayed, let down, tender, wounded, impaired, damaged, criticized, abused, punished, rejected, strong, brave, assured, certain, prepared, successful, encouraged, peaceful, secure, relaxed, comforted, strengthened, motivated, focused, invigorated, determined, inspired, creative, healthy, renewed, vibrant, refreshed, discomfort, anger, fatigue, strength, gratification, anxious, troubled, uncomfortable, stunned, mixed up, unsure, stuck.
So, this is also another circle of words which are going to help us whenever we are having the mood of peaceful, sad, scared, joyful, powerful. Okay, example, whenever we feel a powerful, we can use a faithful, important, appreciated, respected, proud, aware, confident, discerning, valuable, worthwhile, successful, and surprise. So, like this, we can able to build up our own vocabulary, and if we are able to take up this work in a very true spirit, definitely we'll have more and more words, which is be a repository, and definitely such kind of wealth of words will help us to add a fragrance to our own learning, or at the same time to our personality. So that's why, dear students, just glance this particular one circle, because within this circle we have lot of more than 100 words, and all these words are very useful words for our day-to-day life. So, with this, we come to an end of today's discussion, and this is how complex is made in a very simplest way. And, dear students, it is you who are supposed to take up this task of making a complex to a simplest. Okay, and try yourself, and always consult a dictionary, because those dictionaries are our good friends to help us to comprehend or to understand the things whenever we face any difficulties. So, this is Mr. Rakesh Nakane, PGT English of Genuine Ande. I would like to express a thanks to each one of you. Thank you once again. See you in my next online and offline class.